Hello everyone, this is Doc from the Wealth Boardroom. Welcome to the channel. If you're seeking ways to enhance your financial well-being and build generational wealth, you've come to the right place. Today, we're diving into an ancient Japanese budgeting method known as Kakeibo. This simple yet effective tool could be the game changer in your financial journey. So, if you're ready to revolutionize your financial management, stick around. Let's embark on this enlightening journey together. First, let's get acquainted with Kakeibo and its roots. Kakeibo, pronounced Kakeibo, is a traditional Japanese method of budgeting and managing personal finances. It's a simple, no-frills approach that revolves around the act of mindful spending and saving. The term Kakeibo literally translates to household finance ledger, a nod to its practical, hands-on nature. Now, let's journey back to the early 20th century when Kakeibo first came into being. The year was 1904, and Japan was in the midst of rapid modernization. Amidst this social and economic upheaval, Hani Motoko, Japan's first female journalist, introduced Kakeibo. She encouraged women, who were traditionally the household money managers, to take control of their family's finances. Motoko's vision was to promote financial literacy and independence among women, a revolutionary idea for that time. She introduced Kakeibo in a women's magazine, Fujin no Tomo, which translates to Women's Friend. The concept quickly gained traction, helping countless families navigate the tricky waters of personal finance. The philosophy of Kakeibo aligns with the wisdom of Proverbs 21:5. The plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty. It emphasizes careful planning, diligent tracking, and thoughtful spending instead of impulsive purchases and hasty financial decisions. Fast forward to today, Kakeibo has transcended its origins and is embraced globally. Its simplicity and effectiveness have made it a popular choice among those seeking to gain control over their finances. The beauty of Kakeibo lies in its adaptability. It doesn't matter if you're a student with a tight budget or a retiree looking to maximize your savings. Kakeibo can be tailored to fit anyone's financial situation. The essence of Kakeibo is not about depriving oneself or living frugally. Instead, it's about understanding the flow of your money, creating a balanced relationship with your finances, and ultimately leading a life that is in harmony with your financial goals. Now that we've covered the basics of Kakeibo, let's dive into how it works. Kakeibo, at its core, is a simple yet effective budgeting system. To kickstart your Kakeibo journey, the first step is to get a ledger. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. A plain notebook will do. Here, you'll record your income, expenses, and savings goals. It's your personal financial diary, so make it your own. Next, calculate your monthly income and subtract your fixed expenses. These are the costs you can't avoid, like rent or mortgage, utilities, and insurance. What's left is your discretionary income, the money you can allocate to your wants, needs, and savings goals. Speaking of savings goals, setting one for each month is the third step in the Kakeibo method. Whether it's a small step towards a larger goal or a one-off target, having a tangible aim can motivate you to stay on track. Now, let's talk about spending categories. Kakeibo breaks spending down into four main categories: needs, wants, culture, and unexpected. Needs cover the essentials. Wants are those enjoyable but not entirely necessary purchases. Culture includes spending on activities like books, museum fees, and concerts. And unexpected captures those surprise expenses that crop up. Categorize everything you buy. This helps you see where your money is going and identify patterns in your spending. Is your wants category ballooning out of control? Or maybe culture is taking a larger slice of your budget than you'd like. By categorizing your spending, you gain insight into your financial habits. The final step in the Kakeibo method is reflection. Every month, you'll ask yourself 4 questions. How much money do you have? How much money would you like to save? How much money are you spending? How can you improve? These questions prompt you to think critically about your financial behaviors and set intentions for the next month. As you can see, Kakeibo is more than just a budgeting system. It's a way of life, a mindset shift that encourages you to take control of your money and make mindful decisions about your spending. As Proverbs 21:5 says, "The plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty." Kakeibo encourages diligence in financial planning. You might be wondering, how is Kakeibo different from other budgeting systems? Well, let's dive into that. Kakeibo stands out in the crowd of budgeting systems due to its simplicity. While many budgeting tools involve complex charts, graphs, and apps, Kakeibo takes it back to basics. All you need is a pen and a notebook. This simplicity can be incredibly freeing, allowing you to focus on what truly matters, your financial goals. Another unique aspect of Kakeibo is its flexibility. Unlike rigid systems that dictate exactly where every penny should go, Kakeibo encourages you to set your own savings goals and spending categories. This means that you can tailor your budget to match your lifestyle and priorities. After all, personal finance should be personal, right? But perhaps the most defining characteristic of Kakeibo is its focus on mindfulness and reflection. This isn't a system that just tracks your spending. It challenges you to think deeply about your relationship with money. At the end of each month, you're asked to reflect on 4 key questions. How much money do you have? How much would you like to save? How much are you spending? And most importantly, how can you improve? These questions encourage you to look beyond the numbers and consider your habits, attitudes, and behaviors. They prompt you to think about what you value and how you can align your spending with those values. It's not just about saving money, it's about making conscious decisions and taking control of your financial future. When compared to other budgeting systems, Kakeibo may seem less structured, but that's exactly where its strength lies. It doesn't impose a one-size-fits-all solution. Instead, it empowers you to create a budget that works for you. And by fostering mindfulness and reflection, it promotes a healthier, more conscious relationship with money. So, how does Kakeibo measure up against other budgeting systems? It's a simpler, more flexible approach that places mindfulness at its core. It's not just about tracking your spending or saving a certain amount. It's about understanding your relationship with money and making intentional choices to achieve your financial goals. Kakeibo isn't just a budgeting system. It's a philosophy towards money. So who can benefit the most from Kakeibo? Well, let's dive into that. Firstly, Kakeibo is a lifesaver for inconsistent budgeters. If you've had trouble sticking to budgets in the past, Kakeibo's simplicity and flexibility might be just what you need. Instead of complicated spreadsheets or apps, it's all about pen, paper, and your commitment to your financial goals. Then we have the fearful or reluctant budgeters. Kakeibo is skilled at banishing the idea that anyone is inherently bad with money. The method puts you in charge of your spending, giving users more control and confidence. It's a gentle, no-judgment approach to budgeting that encourages you to understand your spending habits better, rather than making you feel guilty about them. Now, let's talk about the first-time savers. Kakeibo has a unique start anywhere approach that celebrates even the smallest savings goals. It encourages you to save more along the way, making it an excellent choice for those who are just beginning their journey towards financial independence. And finally, there are the envelope budgeters. Kakeibo's categories resemble the envelope budgeting method, where you plan monthly expenses ahead of time and distribute fixed amounts into physical or virtual envelopes. If envelope-style planning works for you, you'll probably find Kakeibo to be a comfortable fit. It's worth noting, however, that Kakeibo isn't just for these specific groups. Its principles of mindful spending, diligent tracking, and goal-oriented saving can benefit anyone looking to gain more control over their finances. So, whether you're a seasoned saver who's looking for a simpler way to manage your money, or a budgeting beginner who needs a straightforward and non-intimidating approach, Kakeibo can help. It's not about being perfect. It's about making progress and developing a healthier relationship with your money. Whether you're a seasoned saver or a budgeting beginner, Kakeibo can help you gain control over your finances. As Luke 14:28 says, "Suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first sit down and estimate the cost to see if you have enough money to complete it?" Kakeibo helps you do just that. In our journey today, we've discovered the origins of Kakeibo and its unique approach to budgeting. It's a system that encourages us to be mindful of our spending, to categorize our expenses, and to set achievable savings goals. It's a simple yet effective tool that can be a game changer for inconsistent budgeters, the budget-averse, first-time savers, and fans of the envelope budgeting method. Kakeibo's simplicity and flexibility are its strengths. It allows us to understand our financial habits better and gives us the control to improve them. By following the Kakeibo method, we are not only saving money for the present, but also building wealth for future generations. Remember, Kakeibo is not just about reducing expenditures. It's about understanding where our money goes and making conscious decisions about our spending. It's about planning diligently, as Proverbs 21:5 reminds us. The plans of the diligent lead to profit, as surely as haste leads to poverty. So, let's start our journey towards mindful budgeting with Kakeibo. Let's build our towers, one brick, one budget, one savings goal at a time. Thank you for joining me today in the Wealth Boardroom. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more financial insights. Remember, wealth building starts with mindful budgeting.